I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome to Next in Fashion. We are breaking down tonight 7 and 8 combo. I'm your host, Bethany Jean, celebrity stylist and style expert. With me today on my panel, just my oldies but goodies here, dynamic duo. We have Lauren Mayo. She's a model and a seamstress. And we also have Ashley Fultz. She's a style expert for E! and Access Hollywood. All right, girls, we have so much to talk about. It's honestly like overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, yes.
We all have, because we just binged the last 4 episodes, so we have about like 50 outfits in our heads right now, so it's a lot. Everyone bear with us. Okay, so let's start by breaking down 7, which was activewear.
Yes.
I was really interested in this challenge because I have to be honest, I don't love activewear. So I was kind of like, I mean, how fun is this going to be? Just like spandex and sports bras. But they really came up with some fun ideas, and I really liked that some of the designers were reaching for these kind of athletics we don't think much about. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about episode 7?
I liked episode 7. I feel like we learned more about everyone. Like Ashton was in a Filipino boy band as a backup dancer. Just like random.
And he was so cute.
Yeah, and he was adorable and decided, you know what, I'm better at making the costumes. But I just enjoyed learning more about everyone and how they were using those experiences into their pieces for the night or for the episode. So I thought that was cool. I feel like that's the most they've done that so far.
Yeah. No, we really got to know some people tonight, which was so fun, and hear their stories. And tonight was the first night that we had no teams, so we really got to see what each designer was made of, and I love that aspect of it because we got to see so much more, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Did you guys have any favorites or ones that stuck out for you, or did you have any that you just really did not care for?
I did for sure.
Yeah?
I feel like I was loving Daniel's look from the get-go. He is such a classic preppy designer. I tend to skew more classic and preppy myself, and he is a British designer, and he got inspired by old school British rowing uniforms. And I thought that was so creative and cool, and it turned out amazing. And the color blocking, it was just the scarf, the whole thing I was obsessed with. And I also really love Charles. He went complete opposite of that, and it was sort of this, I think it was not wrestling, but a boxer's uniform. He was inspired by his sister, who was a female boxer, and he had that classic black and white going on. And I thought it was really chic and amazing, and the coat or the jacket that he put over it was so awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah, it was really fun just seeing them, like you said, work alone. Yeah. And I thought it was funny how Carli was, like, she was interesting this whole episode 7. But how
she's like me. She was like, activewear?
Yes, and she's like freaking out. And I just thought it was so nice to see, like, again, Daniel, we've seen so much more of him, like, helping everyone and still winning and still being the best.
Yeah.
It's like
he's a rock star.
I know, like, I never saw the rock star quality in him
and you know what's
until
funny
now.
To me is I don't think Daniel got that much attention at the beginning
of
this, and so it's been funny to watch him come out totally in the lead.
Yeah,
he's a cool person,
and he's
too.
one of the younger designers as well.
And
like,
I want to go to a pig party so bad. It inspired me. I was like, should I make my 40th birthday a pig party? It sounds amazing.
I thought it was so creative and funny, and it just reminded me of something I did in middle school with my girlfriends. Like, we always dressed in these crazy outfits and just have fun, and it's honestly that just really, I don't know, classic enjoyment with your friends, and he's just so funny. I love it.
Yeah, he's really cute and really funny. What did you guys, I really loved Angelo, but I have to say, what did you guys think of his leggings? Because to me, it was like, okay, is that at Marshall's right now?
Well, the fit just threw me off completely. I was so excited when he was doing his own custom print, and no one else really did that in this challenge. So I was like, oh, he's going to stand out, and he's so creative. Yeah, but the execution was just not there. And the top,
what do you think of these male bralettes? In the words of Kramer, the bro. What do we think of the bro?
Angelo, it was just so sad because he's so sweet.
He's so cute.
And he's so, like, he has the creative down. But but it was good to learn he can sew. I thought he said he couldn't sew at all. He can hand sew. He just, I guess, can't
takes like
the
twice
best.
as long.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I thought this whole time
He's not
that
a seamstress,
yes,
really.
But this whole time I thought he literally could not sew at all.
Right.
A seamster.
What are you called as a male seamstress?
Never met one,
Yeah.
so we'll have to look
A
that
tailor?
up.
A tailor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a tailor.
I guess I have.
I mean,
met
I
one.
don't know.
we need to get some like PC gender
gender neutral
titles here.
terms.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
love it.
like what you were asking, I did not feel the man bra he had going on. It was just so ill-fitting. It was near barely covering up his pecs. It just...
I thought it was a cool concept, though. I will tell you that. I thought that in the beginning it was such a cool idea. I've never seen anyone wear a man bra. But yeah, the execution it killed it.
I was like, what's the point of this? Because men want tan lines too. Like, I didn't really get it, but I support it. I didn't dislike it. I was
But
just
if
like,
he had
all right.
Charles, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if they were still a team, because like you said, it's such a unique idea, and he would have helped the vision come to life.
And I
But-
did like Charles' split kind of skirt shorts.
Yes.
Like a skirt. I thought that was really cool.
I thought that was underrated. I thought it was.
Yeah,
I feel like they
I
just
did
brushed
too.
by it. I'm like, that is so cool,
Innovative.
so unique.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought so too. I really liked that Minju surprised us. Was not surprising, her kind of poncho. This is so her
Right.
thing, these huge billowing oversized fabrics, and I love her for this. But I thought it was really cool that she went so far out of her comfort zone and did this leotard.
Yeah.
It was.
And
sexy.
it was cool, and it was very sexy and very like 80s.
I would wear
loved
it, I have to say.
Yeah,
I would
I would
actually
too.
do the high slit or how it was like really cut high up before she put the black. I was like, this could be actually really sexy.
I would too. So one that I was kind of like, I didn't know how I felt about it was Angel's ballet skirt. Okay, let me just say, I love Angel so much. I know I've said it 1,000 times. I love Angel and Minju. And I also danced like my whole life. So I was so excited about the ballet thing. And then the execution was so far from me from a ballet inspiration. I totally did not get the boho headbands.
I was gonna say that ruined it.
And then her face when they told her, she was like, she looks like she's going to Coachella.
Ooh.
I was like, oh my gosh, I thought she was going to cry. I felt awful for her.
I did too,
It did
but
look
I just
Coachella.
didn't understand it. It
didn't
looked like a
understand it either.
parachute. Or, you know that, like, when you're in, like, elementary and you do those, like,
those
parachute
things,
bling and
I
things?
miss those.
Yeah.
That bottom was so bad. But, yeah, that was...
Also, I was like, what are we doing in this?
I didn't
Are we
understand-
dancing ballet in this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see the inspiration at all, and the headband just made it worse. And kind of throughout, Angel's not the best at styling.
Yes.
Like
Agreed.
it's always like, girl, less is more, less is more. But I
Yeah.
get it. She's just such a creative, and she has the vision. And someone's vision I didn't understand at all would be Carli's.
Oh, my gosh.
Obviously.
I like when they were like, this is more like loungewear.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but
If you want to look ugly
if you're
at
not
home
into
in
activewear,
loungewear.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't wear that, like, around anyone. Like, I
mean,
still want to be cute at home.
it did have the kind of tearaway pant option, which is smart. That's active-y. I mean, but I was like, yeah, that makes me want to be unactive. That's unactive wear.
I wouldn't
That's
even
true.
say it was pajamas. It just
No.
was
No.
bad. The fabric choice was terrible. And Elizabeth Stewart did her a favor by saying, well, I guess it could look like a yoga class. Who's wearing that to yoga?
No
it's all
one.
about lines and fit. Who would wear that to
Well,
yoga?
plus, like, you couldn't really move it. It'd be falling off of you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah. No. Poor Carly.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Well, Carly was the loser
Yeah.
of this. But Daniel was the winner.
Yeah.
Ironic.
And I think across the board, we all loved Daniel's look.
I
Yes.
loved
Right?
it. I thought it was so good.
Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I was like, for celebrity, can I pick Jack Kerouac or something? Like, it was such just a really cool. I felt like from another era. And the guy's hair, I mean, the glasses, everything about that whole overall look was so rad. So, should we do our name that look?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So, guys, it's time to name that look. Where we choose a celebrity or style icon that we think best fits the winning look. Ashley.
I'm going to start. Okay. So Daniel obviously created this really preppy look, and I was trying to think of a man that could really rock this, and I came up with Ryan Gosling because
I could kind of get that.
Yeah.
he loves to play with fashion. I feel like he definitely skews a bit more preppy, and I don't know. I could just kind of see him in this. Maybe I'm reaching, but That's my pick. I love him anyways, and he looks good in anything. He's so
I
hot.
can see him in that,
Yeah.
for sure.
I could see it.
I mean, it's so theatrical, really. It's hard to pin a guy
Right.
in some of these looks.
It has to be more of a costume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I chose. I know you guys want to know. I chose Idris Elba.
Oh.
I just feel like he would look
fun.
great in this. He's also a Brit, and they have those adorable accents.
Yeah.
You
And
need an accent to wear this. You have to fake it as soon as you wrap that scarf around.
it's like
true.
It's like some people need shapewear. You need an accent. For
you
this
need an
look.
accent.
And I just think I
Accent
could
wear.
see him wearing this. He's cool. It's like cool, elevated. He's still like clean, like cut, but still a little bit of edge.
I could see that.
I could see him wearing it.
He would rock that
That would
scarf.
be fun.
Yeah, he would take
And
a
the
bold
spandex
choice.
top. I mean, he would look super
Yeah.
good in that.
I think
could
people
do
really
it.
need the whole Where's Waldo look, though. Like, you have to wear the
Oh.
specs, the real rounded specs.
Okay.
Get real life aquatic.
I love
A
it.
beanie and everything.
I'm dying to know who you chose, Bethany.
I chose Anne Hathaway. I know that's untraditional because it was a male look and she's a girl, but I just feel like let's all be gender fluid. I feel like she would look so cute in it with her little boy haircut.
That would
And let
look
me
cute.
be clear, I don't want to see her in this with a ponytail. I want to see her in this in her pixie cut. I think it would be really cute. But I was trying to think, what guys could I see wearing this? And the only one I could kind of maybe imagine maybe would be Harry Styles.
Oh yeah,
Like
that
with
would have been
slick
good.
hair.
That's a
That
really
would've
good
been
But
one.
like
Bethany.
comb the waves out. I don't
Oh
know.
wow,
how
I
much
don't know.
of
I
that.
didn't think of him.
But
That's a good one.
he really tries to reach fashion wise and kind of push boundaries. So I
Yes.
thought, I could maybe see him doing that.
Totally, I
Maybe?
love that pick.
He'd be great.
Okay, so do we have a note of thanks for our listeners?
We're so grateful to you guys. So, of course, we want to just take a minute and recognize you. Thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. We love doing this show. We love chatting with you. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and just converse with us. We want to hear what you're thinking about these shows. And if you're listening through an audio program, make sure you rate us because it really helps support our programming. And just thank you guys so much for listening. We can't wait to do more shows here and chat with you guys some more.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us. You make our days.
Yep.
Let's get into episode 8 because we have so much to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So this challenge was military, and I have and always will love military-inspired fashions. They're one of my favorite go-to personal fashions.
Yeah.
So I was really excited about this challenge. Were you guys really excited about this challenge?
I was. I loved how Tan opened it by saying most people don't even realize that they have military. Like how the military
So many
influences
things.
are
Yeah.
so like just because I think people just think military and they think fatigue. But
Yes.
it's so much more than that, and I think that all the designers did a good job of showcasing that.
Oh my gosh, and there's so many different branches of the military, and then
thing.
there's different nationalities of military,
Yeah.
you know, so like what might look German or, you know, something else, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So
So many ways to play with it.
oh my gosh, so many. I loved this challenge so much. Okay, did you guys have a favorite?
I did, for sure. I feel like I chose something completely unorthodox for this and not my style at all, but I loved Ashton's dominatrix bomber jacket look. I'm a huge sucker for strong shoulders, and I thought the silver rings and all the cutaways, and it just looks so modern and cool and funky. And I have to say, while I was super excited about this challenge in the beginning, I did think that a lot of the looks were more subdued this challenge. And so his was the only one that actually really stood out to me, and that's why I chose him. It's not like I was saying in the beginning, it's not like it's my style or I would wear it, but he went for it. It was cool.
I agree. I loved his deconstructed bomber. I loved every little detail like around the waist, like the loops. It was bomb. Like
I wrote
yeah,
in
it
my
was great.
notes, I loved the look, but I did not feel it was military.
Yes.
just
I feel
didn't
like
feel
most of
military.
them weren't, right?
Yeah, I was, as much as excitement I had about this challenge, I felt a little anticlimactic with the end results because I just didn't feel like it was military enough.
Right.
I think everyone was scared. I think they were
But
so scared
why?
to push
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting on there just being like, oh my gosh, I have 1,000 ideas of
Yeah.
where this could go. We didn't see much like double-breasted things.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like there was just
They were afraid, don't you feel like? They were
No
afraid to
hats?
be too costumey because they kept getting
Yeah.
feedback from the judges. Stop being costumey. Don't go there. Make sure it's really fashion forward and cool and modern.
don't give them themes
Right.
then.
That's kind of, yeah. They, and I
Right?
think, who said that? Didn't Ashton or someone said, they said, you don't want me to be costumey, but you want me to go out on a limb. It was kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, you know? So
yeah. I agree. What did you guys think about Daniel changing his look from
the blue trousers? Yeah. I thought, honestly, the blues weren't going to look good together. So I felt that he was going in the right direction. But then up on the runway, I did think exactly what the judges thought. It came across as just sort of flat.
Yeah, it was too
It wasn't
muted.
that exciting. The construction of the jacket was amazing, though.
It didn't seem very military to me either.
No.
Which is funny because I feel like Daniel has like such a sailor in his heart. Like I thought he was going to go so sailor centric.
Like, he could have.
He's very like nautical.
Yes,
his style is very nautical.
I was confused when he said in the beginning that he wanted to pay homage to the medics, which is great.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that at all. Even at
either.
first, I guess he thought the blue fabric was scrub
Yes.
inspired, but I think he should have stayed with the blue, and I think we saw that on the runway. It was just too muted.
Yes.
And it was just, but his construction's always amazing.
Amazing.
And I thought it was funny too, and obviously they thought it was too cliche, but nobody used olive green.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody
you're
used
right.
khakis or the traditional like army olive green.
We're afraid.
That's true.
Yeah,
They
and the
didn't want to be
buttons.
labeled.
Like, don't
as
you guys
cliche.
always think of like embellished jackets with big buttons?
like
and
double-breasted gold?
we really didn't see much of that at all.
No
On
tassels,
Minju, maybe, but
no tassels and
Yeah.
like patches or anything like that.
no one
I
really
was
played
a little-
with it or
no
got
hats.
No.
Yeah.
Like the hat world alone, no hats. I was
That's
really
so
surprised
interesting
by
that you bring all these points up because at the time I kept thinking, well, this isn't really military, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what I would have done. But those are all
But
really
there's
great
no,
ideas.
Like, key things that
Right.
make you think of military, right?
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Charles' kind of black? I don't even know how to describe it. Pashmina that he had over the white jumpsuit.
I thought it was going to be a hood at first. Did you guys think that when he was putting it on at one point? I thought it was a hood, and I was like, oh, that could be super cool because in the military you maybe need to take on and off layers and have a hood if it's raining outside and you're staked out somewhere. But no, when it just was kind of just an overlay over the jumpsuit, I did not understand it.
You know what I thought would have been cool is if he would have just put one black detail. Like, what if he would have made just the buckle on the belt of the jumpsuit black?
Yeah?
Just like one thing to tie it in, but they looked like two separate
Pieces.
concepts. They didn't look like they were really intended to go together.
Yeah.
So
Did
kinda
you
got
all
it.
think that jacket, I guess it is, it made it look mumsy? Because all the judges thought it was mumsy, like looked old. I didn't really get that.
No, I
It
didn't get
just-
that either.
I think it made it look Asian.
Yeah, I just don't think it was
Like it had a
cohesive,
kimono shape to it, which I love Asian inspired things. So
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't fit.
I did like it. I just was like, how is this military? Like this is literally rompers 101. Like this
Yeah.
is a jumpsuit.
I just
Which
had an
is
idea
like
though,
a-
which he didn't even say, but I wonder if he was inspired by a sailor. Speaking of sailor costumes, you know how sailors had those it's almost like the
yeah.
bib things,
Yes,
you know?
yes,
looking-
That could almost be it because most of their uniform was white and then they had the navy sort of bib thing. I mean,
That's what I thought he was going for.
really?
originally.
Okay. But he didn't even
And
say
then I was
that.
like, there's no trimmed liner. or
okay,
anything.
yeah, the whole thing. It just
Totally makes me think of Dion and Clueless when she's like, when I get married, I'm going to be wearing a sailor dress and all of my bridesmaids are going to be wearing sailor dresses. I was like, where's the Clueless sailor dresses?
so funny.
He did say that in the beginning that it was naval inspired.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he
missed
did
that
mention
part.
that. I
Okay.
wrote it down.
But then it didn't execute like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
Like,
just
Okay.
he could have at least made it double breasted.
Yeah, it just
Like
looked
some
very
buttons.
random. It was
Yeah.
too straight down and just did not look cohesive.
and it was fine.
I
Like Tan
agree.
said, it was just
Right.
fine, but it's not next in fashion, and it was sad because he's so talented, but it just wasn't like.
And at that
enough.
point, too, there were only 6 left. So I could really start to feel, couldn't you guys, the energy changing. Everyone was crying a little bit more. Minju especially. She cries in every episode. But they were
so
getting
cute.
more intense. And we just felt more nervous for them because it was really narrowing it down. So even if it was great and super cool, like, you still had so much stiff competition that you still might not win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal favorites from this look was Minju's. Her rust pleated, balloon shoulders, double breasted. So I was wrong. I said no one did double breasted. She did. The gold buttons.
Yes, she
To
did
me,
have
it
gold
was
buttons.
the
Yeah.
perfect amount of fashion forward. Her personal stamp of approval, right? It had the big billowy over fabric look. I loved the color choice. I liked that it was like a muted kind of autumn color, so kind of felt military, but wasn't actually a military color. And I loved the gold buttons, and that it was double-breasted.
I think what
like I would have worn that in a heartbeat.
Oh, I love that jacket. That's probably the thing I would wear. Like, again, I appreciated Ashton's, but I would wear Minju's. But I do think the harness kind of hurt her a bit. I think if she would have added something to the harness, it would have made all the difference, because they even told her at the end, like, hey, take that off, and like, you didn't need it. But I think it could have had, I don't know, I don't want to say studs or buttons or something. I just feel like it was it flattened it.
For me, too, the underneath part, which the judges did mention, it was just a black leather dress. And I thought she really could have taken it somewhere cool with a pair of high-waisted trousers, more like a military type of pant, and maybe a collared shirt, or I don't know, done something kind of funky and cool instead of just like a plain black dress. Like, we've seen it a million times.
Right.
But the jacket was stunning.
The jacket was amazing.
It was my personal favorite. Where did it fall on your scale?
It was second for me.
Second as well. I think we're totally on the same page. Our first was...
You loved Ashton.
Yeah.
I did like Ashton's a lot.
But my least favorite, who actually ended up winning, was Angel. I know. And I am like still shocked from that. I don't understand it at all. I thought it looked like a blanket coat. I was like, who am I not looking at the same thing?
It wasn't beautiful or well done or creative. Like the whole back zipper neck thing was really cool. It was beautiful, but like not military at all. Are you going to war in that? Like,
no.
You're not moving. Are you hiding an army under your dress?
Yeah.
I just was so not military. Yeah. I was shocked that they went with it. I just didn't get the connection.
I agree. I will say that I loved the color choice, though. That was a
beautiful.
great fabric choice in general. And then even like the small details, like the exposed zippers. But as far as the silhouette, it was just a little much for me.
I think the judges are so great, and I love hearing their input and why they like things and why they don't like things. And it's interesting for me because I don't always agree.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. It's hard for me when they pick a winner of a challenge that the end product does not jive with the goal.
The theme, yeah.
So if the theme is military, why is the winner, whether it's beautifully made or cool or whatever or not, but why is it winning the military challenge? I think I just struggle with that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love Angel so much that I was glad she won in spite of it.
And I did have to say, so I had written down in the beginning, my least favorite look is Angel. And then obviously we get to the end of the episode and we see she wins. And after hearing the judges, and especially Public School, who were the guest judges, and I'm a huge fan of Public School's collection, so I was so excited to see them on the show. But to hear their sort of feedback and how they thought it was really fashion forward and cool, and the zipper and the shapes, and also making the skirt the same fabric as the jacket, and how innovative that was, I didn't really think of all that. And as designers, they picked up on that. So it kind of swayed me a little bit more. But yeah, still, I hold on to my first opinion.
He's like Angel and Angel. Wait, there's a third.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Angel for the third one.
Me too.
It's so funny.
Okay, well, wait, who was our loser of that challenge?
2 this time. This was the first time. I guess not the first time, but right?
Yeah.
Because the teams went home before.
Oh, yes.
But the first time, like in a single challenge where they're on their own, that 2 different people went home.
Yeah, and we lost Charles and Marco.
There you go, Charles and Marco. I have so many notes. There's so much to cover.
I know.
Did you guys think Charles and Marco should have gone home?
Yes.
I did.
Charles was okay for me. I guess I was kind of rooting for him just because I do understand that he has the most to prove or the most at stake because he is the only one without a line. So I did kind of want to see him get a little further.
I did
but
too.
as far as his performance and his end product, then I think he deserved to go home.
And for me, Marco's, I feel like it's kind of this repeating sort of theme with him where it was just very costumey and it didn't seem like something I would ever buy in a store anytime he made anything. So I thought it was time for him to go home. I did not hate the look at all, but it's just... He should be designing for Britney Spears. That's what I always think of when he designs something. Or like Lady Gaga or like, someone like that on stage, Christina Aguilera, but not...
Like a pop star.
Exactly.
Like that's
not
pop
a real
star
world type of
stage.
girl.
Yeah.
Performance.
This isn't his thing. I think he should stick to costumes and that's what he's great at. And that's what he has a really successful business doing in LA.
I liked it. I did agree it was a little superhero. I think if he would have chosen different colors, it might have read differently. Like if he would have swapped that maroon out for an olive green, it might have been a different story.
That's a
Or
good point. Yeah.
Just do the double-breasted thing, guys. Jeez, like it's a shoe-in.
It's interesting you say that. Actually, my favorite thing about it, I love a costumey anything.
Yeah.
But I get like where it is in this show. But I actually like the color theory of what he chose. But I do think it would have been
It's just,
interesting.
to
if
me,
he
it
put
made
in
it less
olive.
military. That's all. It's not that I
Yeah.
didn't like it. I just was like, you're losing the military points.
Yeah, no, that would have
It
made
doesn't-
all the
I think the
difference.
color made it way more superhero.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to utilize the cape. I didn't have a problem with the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that could have still been fed into these military elements.
Yeah.
The
You know?
booty shorts?
No, not
I mean,
really
hey.
shorts, but
I'm like, is this military at all? He kept saying pinup girl. I was like, wait, what? I thought the challenge was military. How did we get to pinup girl?
Hey, the pinup girls got the
Oh.
military through some
Yeah.
tough wars.
True, but
Yeah, that's
this
true.
still
He
is
could've
not
done
the...
Just kidding.
that's true. He could have done kind of the bugle boy type, right?
Yeah.
Feminine thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping up, let's do our winner challenge. Name that look.
Yeah, it's time to name that look, where we all choose our favorite person that would most fit this winning look. Who did you choose, Ashley?
Okay, so we all know that I wasn't a huge fan of Angel's look, but if anyone can pull off that oversized jacket like that, Victoria Beckham is my girl because she always looks amazing in everything oversized. She's super fashion forward and cool. And then I thought the silky sort of skirt is definitely her vibe too because she's a little bit more classy and elegant and sophisticated.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick.
Victoria can do no wrong.
Yes.
And I chose Billie Eilish.
Ooh,
I just
good
always
one.
see her something oversized. So she was my first thought.
Yeah,
think
that's
love it.
cool.
Yeah.
She's kind of short. It'd be interesting to see a shorter person carry off. I mean, I almost feel like you have to have a lot of stature, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's her style. I think you're right about that. Yeah, that was a really fun guess. I chose Tracee Ellis Ross. Just because I feel like on a red carpet, she can pull off these billowy fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I was just thinking someone kind of long and lean,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But then
Yeah.
it also has to be a girl that's long and lean that's not trying to be sexualized. It's someone that like wants a fashion statement rather than, to show off their curves or whatever.
And that color does not flatter a lot of skin tones, but Tracee for sure, that would look
Yes, with
amazing
a
on
red
her. With the
lip.
contrast, I would love
Yeah.
it on her. Yeah.
Hair up, definitely hair up.
Hair up for
Whoever's
sure.
gonna wear this, you have to wear your hair up.
Or
Okay?
Victoria Beckham already has the short hair, so she's
Yeah,
good.
or short
she's like
hair.
golden. Yeah.
Yeah, I also was thinking maybe Charlize Theron.
Oh, that would be
good
great.
one.
Yeah,
That should be
'cause
awesome.
she's so
You are pulling
gold.
them out tonight. I like this,
Yeah.
Bethany.
That would be cool. Okay, well, somebody wear it because it's beautiful, but don't call yourself military because it wasn't very military-ish in our opinion. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me in 7 and 8. This was so fun to break down. Where can everybody find you guys?
You can find me over on Instagram. I'm at Ashley Foltz.
You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud and on YouTube at Lauren Mayo.
Hey guys, you can find me at Bethany Jean Official on Instagram. I'm sorry if I hurt your fashion feelings if you disagree with us, but we love to talk fashion, so come find us on the social medias and we will keep it up. All right, thanks guys.
Thanks for watching.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.